So in both Shikantaza and Koan practice, we are orienting away from conceptual understanding, labeling, and experience, and we are orienting to non-conceptual contact, experience, awareness. The difference is in the conceptual, we have a name for all these things we see and experience, and we have meaning and history invested in those concepts. So it's the idea, the thought process about it is the conceptual. And in Shikantaza and Koans, we want to end up exhausting the conceptual analysis and meaning, making meaning conceptually, and drop below into a quality of the absolute called direct knowing or pure awareness. And this is knowing based on contact. So it's not knowing, for example, if I have a glass of water, I can conceptualize, oh, it's liquid, it's clear, it's some temperature, the glass is so full, etc. And the non-conceptual would be to know what this is. I would taste it. I would experience it directly. And then I would not conceptualize based on that contact. I would take the meaning. Because the other thing that I got from tasting the water was the quenching of thirst, the satisfaction of water. I can't know that conceptually. I can only know it through direct experience. So part of what we're doing in spiritual practice and meditation is learning to get concentrated enough that we sit beneath the concepts in the direct experience of whatever our meditative object is. One of the ways I have, before I get there, one of the ways of practicing with this in the Zen tradition, one of my early teachers was a Korean Zen master, and one of his main teachings was don't know mind. And he would say, keep don't know mind. And don't know mind is not hard to make contact with. If you consider either one of those elaborate mathematical problems, the ones that fill up a whole board with lots of letters and numbers, a problem like that you don't know, just looking at the problem would put you in touch with don't know mind. I have no idea how to do this problem. So it's looking at it, or imagining yourself being in a foreign country where they speak a language you don't know anything about, you don't know a word of, and it's not familiar to you. And someone says something to you. They say, they give you a 5-minute speech. Your response is, I have no idea what this is. That's the don't know mind. It's I don't know at all. And the reason that's important is because when we really embrace don't know, we're fairly fully open. When we think we know a little or we don't know a lot, then we tend to be more narrow in our viewpoint. So I think I know all this, but I don't know this piece in the center. Where we don't know mind, we're really open. I don't know a thing. So we're more receptive. That's what's important here. So one of the ways that I have students work with this is a practice I developed for myself called I am not practice. And some of you know this one. You've done it before with me. Now, the reason this started, I was on a 2-month retreat with my teacher, Paul Xida, where I did the full samatha practices with him. And I found that when I did the meditations, I think I was doing 5 or 6 3-hour meditations a day, something like that. I found that initially it was helpful if I wasn't too oriented to a self-identity, even a perspective. If that was more open, it was more beneficial. The meditation would deepen more quickly, let's say. So I came up with this I am not practice. And what I started doing was identifying everything that was coming up that felt like some form of identity. and I would say, I am not X. And so we'll go through this. Just keep your mics off and then repeat out loud after me. I am not this appearance. I am not this body. I am not these thoughts. I am not this life history. I am not these behaviors. I am not these emotions. I am not these memories. I am not anything. See, this allows us to both identify these ways that we can support self-identity and to specifically loosen our hold or our connection to these. That will leave us more open in a don't know mind kind of way.